Welcome back, Guardians. We have another this week at Bungie. I know it's a little late getting it up on a Friday instead of the usual Thursday, but I was playing that Witch Queen. Stuff got away from me. But we're going to dig into it. It's not an overly long TWAB, not really anything of importance, luckily, since, it's the first week of Witch Queen. But let's dive on in. So this week at Bungie, we're taking a deep breath and feeling very thankful to our community. The Witch Queen is now out, and Guardians all around the world are charging into the next chapter of the Destiny universe. For the most part, queues were relatively short-lived, bugs were limited, knock on wood, and good times could be seen from a mile away as we watched reactions from those in the community dive in feet first, into Savathun's throne world for the very first time. From the excitement over the Legendary Mode campaign to exploring the incredible potential of creating one's own perfected arsenal. There is more to the beginning of this next step in the Destiny-verse than many were anticipating. And that's not even diving into the post-campaign goodness, like even more quests after you're done crushing Hive Ghost with your bare hands. Moment of silence, please. What is this? Just the launch trailer. We've seen that before. To say that the team is proud would be a massive understatement, but it wouldn't mean anything without you. Because of that, we just wanted to say a big ol' thanks to every single Destiny 2 player out there. Whether you're an old vet like us or a blueberry just diving in to see why everyone is screaming, "Ah, worm!" You are what makes this game what it is today. And you push us to keep challenging what it means to be a Guardian. Here's to you, and we can't wait to see what you all think of what's next. You think you know, but you have no idea. Jesus Christ. I'm not crying, it's just raining, specifically on my face. Moving on. Just a taste. Without giving too much away, there's a lot to do in the Witch Queen and in the Season of the Risen. Weapon crafting, shaping that artillery, new exotic quests on top of a brand new campaign filled with horrors, challenges, and adventure around every bend and twist that will make your heart hurt. Yeah, we're gonna be busy. From the newly cemented yet unsteady alliance with Keitel and her cabal against the Lucent Brood to the new 3-player PsyOps Battlegrounds activities, the Season of Rest, get it? Because Season of the Lost lasted for 6 months, we got jokes, haha, is in the rearview mirror, and it's time to don those lion ramparts and do some damage. Oh, and did we mention that the new Void 3.0 changes are live and free for all players? Because they are, and not to sound biased or anything, but the revamped subclass is pretty darn nifty. With all of this new power at your fingertips, it's clear we've got some work to do, Guardians. Give them each a spin as you jump into PsyOps Battlegrounds for the first time. And don't forget to let out your most epic battle cry when doing so. New Cabal-inspired armor, a shiny new exotic pew-pew machine gun called Grand Overture, and so many other seasonal rewards await. Plus, Cabal dropships are on our side now. Cue the mayhem. So here is all of the weapons that you can get for the season. So we have Sniper, Pulse, LMG, Breach Load, Grenade Launcher, Auto Rifle, and the Bow. The bow feels so good. But like many of you, we've been diving into the newest adventure. And let me just say, it took every little ounce of willpower in me to not say one more mission when I looked over and noticed it was 2 a.m. Every little ounce. That's a good sign because games like Destiny are meant to be enjoyed, conquered, and to leave players feeling like they want more. And that they can take over the world. Hopefully, you all are feeling just as mighty as I was when going through the newest journey because this feeling rocks my non-existent socks off. If you want to learn more about what's included in Season of the Risen, you can catch up on all the latest and greatest right here. We've got the Season Pass, or not Season Pass, the Seasonal Armor set. And then you have the ornaments that you can find later. All right, moving on to be a light in real life by doing some good. Why just be a light in-game when there is so much good to be done in the real world? Our annual Game to Give charity event is back again, and we have quite a few surprises up our proverbial sleeves in terms of prizes that we'll have in store. And we have a giant wheel to get in our Star Horse on. But more on that in a little bit. For the lowdown on the latest charity incentive with the Bungie Foundation, the team has provided the following details. Our hearts are with our friends and families that are affected by the devastating events in Ukraine. To help, we will be donating 100% of the proceeds of the first 48 hours of our Game to Give drive to humanitarian aid efforts in response to the ongoing conflict. For any Guardians looking for ways to help, you can donate directly to the following organizations: Direct Relief, Voices of Children, International Rescue Committee. Here's what you can expect for the week ahead. Game to Give Part 2 is upon us. Between February 24th and March 2nd, your support will propel Bungie's Foundation's charitable work across our 3 pillars: children, health, and well-being, humanitarian aid, and inclusion, diversity, and equity efforts. We are so humbled by the generosity of the Bungie community to date, which has raised $1.6 million. Help us reach our goal of $2 million, which will crush our previous campaign record. If you haven't had the chance yet, we invite you to sign up to host our own Destiny 2 fundraising stream between February 24th and March 1st, or you can follow our packed lineup of featured streams playing throughout the week. We have some awesome prizes for you all at various fundraising milestones, including the coveted Metagalactic Bloom emblem for those of you who raise $2,500 or more. We got the ship here, $50 plus. You get the Altrex Pure MK1 exotic ship. $35 plus. You get the High Five Heart exotic emote. The $20 plus, you get the Arc Propellant emblem. Nice emblem there. $10 plus, you get the Lightkeeper emblem. I like this one a little bit more. All in-game digital incentives will be redeemable via donors' Bungie.net ID and will appear in the Destiny 2's collection immediately following redemption. We'll be wrapping up the event on March 2nd with our own stream, and you don't want to miss it. From 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific, you'll have the chance to not only see some fun 30th anniversary gameplay from some of the D2 devs, but also have a chance to win some incredible donor incentives that will only be available on our stream, awarded via our 6-foot-tall prize wheel that will only be available on our stream. Tune in to the show on Bungie's Twitch channel for all the action. All right, so here's all the incentives. $10, you get the Lightkeeper's emblem. $20, Arc Propellant emblem. $35 is the High Five Heart exotic emote. The $50 is the exotic ship. $100, pick a player to inverse controls for a match. $200, spin the prize wheel. $500, dramatic lore reading. $1,000, huge, named, shout out, and a feature TWAB, but the $5,000 donation. First players from the community to tour Bungie's new studio when it's finished, eventually. Studio tour for a 3-player fire team, limited to the first 5 donors. But note, travel and lodging is not included. You get the tour, but you have to pay for your own travel and lodging. That could be huge if you got a couple grand to throw on the ground towards them. Here's the milestone. So at 5,000, release a 4K TWAB header early. 10,000, voice actor lore reading from Brandon, who is the Crow. 20,000, voice actor lore reading from Morla, who is Eris. 30,000 is 30 players in chat get a 30th anniversary pack. Ooh. 40,000, 40 players in chat get the Witch Queen Digital Deluxe Edition. And at 50,000, they reveal Wear TWAB t-shirt. Be sure to follow us on our social channels for all the latest information throughout the campaign. Down below, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Thank you for being the light keepers our worlds need. Love, the Bungie Foundation. All right, we got some player support report here. So, while many were heads down on the Witch Queen, our player support team has been working hard behind the scenes to make the experience as fluid as possible, as with any big launch of an online game. There were a few hiccups along the way, but here's a breakdown of known issues that arose with the launch of the latest Destiny 2 expansion. PC performance optimization. We're investigating reports where some PC performance optimization apps for graphics cards and fan speeds controls are causing D2 to crash. Players encountering these issues are encouraged to fully exit out of these applications before launching the game. PlayStation 4 Boar error. Players using the PlayStation 4 version of D2 who receive Boar error code should ensure that they have required all content packages installed before accessing the game. For steps to download these files, you can find them on their website. Ps4 Crashes. Players who have experienced crashes while playing using the PlayStation 4 version of D2 are recommended to disable HDR in their settings and relaunch the game. Players who continue to encounter crashes should report them to our help forum. Osteostriga and pre-order items. Players who purchase the Witch Queen Digital Deluxe Edition can acquire the Osteostriga Exotic SMG after the completion of the Witch Queen campaign. Pre-order specific rewards can be acquired from Rahul in the tower upon login. That is just the Sparrow. If you haven't already claimed the emote and ghost from a couple months back. Photosensitivity warning. Back in September, we shared some more about our initiative into making sure all players that want to enjoy D2 can. This includes many areas of making games more accessible, including areas of game design that can negatively impact those with photosensitivity concerns. In Mission 3, The Ghosts, the Witch Queen campaign, there is an instance leading up to the boss where players will encounter dark, enclosed spaces, with swarms of enemies pairing with the quick flashes of combat. This can pose a special risk for those with photosensitivity or those that live in a household with someone that does. The team is aware of this and is currently investigating what the next steps might be. In the meantime, here are some tips that might help with those photosensitivity issues. Sit at least 2 feet away from the screen when possible. Try to keep your gaming area well lit to reduce the impact of flashing lights as the sole focus. Dim your screen's brightness. Invest in a monitor/TV that offers an eye saver mode. This will eliminate blue light, which has helped people with red and white flashing. Some monitors offer glare guards and flicker-free settings. Blue light filtering glasses are also under review to help and are something several members of our team use when diving in themselves. Oh, interesting. Try not to play a game if you're in a state of extreme exhaustion. Don't forget to take breaks. Often pay attention to how you're feeling. If you start to feel off, don't ignore that. Identify what triggered that change in feeling and take a moment to step away. In extreme instances, you can also alternate covering one eye over the other and switching off periodically. This is especially helpful for focal epileptics. Try not to play anything when you're home alone, if possible. If you live alone, have a plan in place with a close friend or neighbor should you need help. Play around in in-game settings. If you do have issues with photosensitivity, talk to a medical professional about what you can do to reduce instances and disable motion blur if applicable. Here are some known issues. The class of its own ornament for Vex Mytho class has a placeholder icon when viewed in collections. Colors appear duller and inverted when HDR is enabled. The Night Chill shader is disabled incorrect textures when applied to gear. So wrong. The Overload Auto Rifle and SMG artifact mods do not disrupt the health generation of Overload champions after a stud. Hunters cannot cancel out of a glaive melee combo by using their class ability. Glaive melee kills do not count towards kill tracker progress in certain melee triggered perks. Certain ghost tracking mods do not display the destination material or chest locations when in the Throne World. The Constellation Tracer ship, Winning Streak Sparrow, and Bright Cycle Shell do not properly display lights when certain shaders are applied. Some players are unable to equip the MMXXI title. We are investigating poor performance in certain UI screens. Players are unable to dismantle the meditation quest even when all available void aspects have been obtained. Campaign mission progress may not properly increase for all fire team members. The Abyss Walker Eververse Hunter bundle preview image displays the incorrect cape. The correct cape can be viewed by inspecting the bundle in the Eververse store. The new item sheen on some pieces of gear persists after inspection. And Season 15 Pathfinder armor sets are not available to equip as ornaments if you previously unlocked via armor synthesis. For a full list of emergent issues in D2, players can review our known issues article. Moving into movie of the week, we are going to move right past that and into artist of the week. Oh, that's cute. Holding the little penguin there. Ooh, Mara Witch Queen. Mara Savathun, that's cool. Alright. Guardians don't need sleep, but we do. To say this week has been amazing wouldn't be doing it justice. But we're just getting started. Old enemies will be conquered, new threats will reveal themselves, and we'll all be running around with our stabby murder sticks. We mean glaives. Ready for it all. Space Horse also says hi, well nay, because he's watching all the madness unfold from the safety of Dares of Eternity. Weirdo. Thank you again from the bottom of our hearts. Until next week, go out there and crush some hive for us. I should go. Hippie. Hippie's gone, but we're not done. So they didn't mention this in the TWAB, but the raid date, as we all know, is March 5th at 10 a.m. Pacific. The raid power for contest mode is 1530. More details will be next week. But then we also have some stuff here. The exotic ornament availability message for the Dead Messenger has appeared earlier in the game than intended. Players can acquire this ornament beginning on Tuesday, March 1st. They have lowered the recommended power level for Season 16 PsyOps Battlegrounds playlist from 1500 to 1400. I hope that gets reverted back eventually. And then, due to an issue resulting in players being unable to complete the activity, we have disabled lightning rounds in Dares of Eternity. Additionally, activity rewards are still available upon completion, even if a scoreboard isn't displayed. And due to an issue where players can receive more weapon crafting materials than intended from the Thrown World's engrams, the materials will no longer drop from those engrams after reaching rank 30. That's pretty much it. Well, that is all we have for this week's TWAB. I will have a video up on Tuesday talking about my initial first week thoughts and kind of review of the Witch Queen, as well as Season 16, Season of the Risen. Stay tuned for that. But until next time, Guardians, stay safe.